Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And today we have received the brand new Grand Admiral Diablo. Now, it's actually the Demon Lord's Dark Servant Diablo, but I mean, he's in a white, looks like an Admiral outfit, so I'm going to call him Grand Admiral Diablo from this point forward. So if that triggers you, I'm sorry, deal with it. I like Star Wars. So, should you summon for this Diablo? Well, most sane people would say no. And that's because his kit is pretty terrible and does not fit with the whole theme of the anniversary, right? So let's check it out. His skills. He has an AoE for 295, so his ult effect is an extra 5% to his ult, so that's fine, but he's AoE. Alright? If he was going to be a nuker, cool. That'd be great. But he's not. So 5% on his AoE is not great, and this is, at max out. This is him level 100. But at level 100, he's also going to get another 5%, so he's actually going to be at 300% normal damage, which, for an AoE, you would think is pretty good. But it's physical. He is a physical damage dealer. That was not a typo on their English website earlier today after their live stream, which means that he does not benefit from the power of the new Dark Protector Valdora, which if you're just starting the game, you should probably have been pulling for and have. Because new Milim, magic. New Rimuru, magic. New Isis, magic. New Shinsha, magic. If you can stack up Valdora to that 70% magic damage, you can hit very hard. Diablo says, yeah, I don't care, because he's physical, so he's not going to benefit from having a magic attack buff when he doesn't do magic damage. So already, that's major points against him. Why they decide to make that a thing, I have no idea. You watch his ult, he's dropping a white Nova on people. Obviously magic, but he uses a fist, and he's a physical character. Makes no sense. So that's one strike. Second, he increases his own attack by up to 25%, and his own secret skill gauge by 25%. So he's meant to be a kind of nuker. He can rush his ult, and he can give himself an attack buff, which, seems nice if you run him on a team that has a whole bunch of buffs for him, like, the Dark team, with the ult boost and the crit damage from Rimuru. But again, you're missing that 70% magic damage from Diablo, or from Valdora, which really, hurts you. What he does have for the new Dark team is he finally is that orange to green converter that I've been asking for, that I wanted Shinsha to be. So Shinsha, if she was the dark attack and then an orb change, would be a fantastic unit for that dark team. Shinsha, unfortunately, is the dark attack and then the crit resistance down, which is, useful, but not as useful as having her as a mainstream mainline unit with an orb change to cover, Aaron or something. That way we could still have Dark Valentine on the team and get that permanent 60% ult boost. Him having it means that you must sacrifice probably Dark Valentine and your 60% ult boost for an AoE physical who is not benefiting from Valdora, who is giving himself an attack buff, and who is orb changing for you, which is nice, but this orb change does not outweigh the power of a 60% ult buff. Permanent for everybody. It's just not. He seems to be made more for Valor Cup, which is unfortunate, because he's still not going to fit under Valdora, so you're going to run him with someone else, and it doesn't matter. Valor trait, when souls are activated after turn 6, the enemy's skill points are decreased by 20 points. You can only use it once per battle. So, if you have him with trait, and you happen to use him after turn 6, any orb, whatever orb for him, you can lower enemy skill points by 20, which seems to be pretty powerful, which is why it's limited to one time. His own actual trait, 5 combo of greens, he increases his own crit damage, which will stack with, the Dark Rimuru, 40%, so I mean, fine. He's an AoE nuker on a team that does not want to AoE nuke. He should have released for the space meta, right? He should have done that with an attack boost, with an AoE, with the crits from the hero, with a physical attack, with extra crit damage, with an orb change from orange to greens because Velzar does blue to greens. He should have been in Space 2.0 instead of probably like Rain or something. But he's not. And then his EX ability release is a more crit damage if Rimuru's there, which if you're running the Dark team, he is there. And he's a self-buffer. If you have the new team, if you have all the new meta units, you would be better served by getting Autogram emblems and buying Valentine. All just one copy. You need to use that 60% ult damage, and then you will buff your, attack by an incredible amount. And, using the 3 skills that takes to stack up to 60% is just 3 skills that you're using to stack Veldora's passive, which means that you're doing double duty as far as increasing your damage output. This Diablo will not increase your damage output. Now, I can hear some arguments because his banner is actually very good. So it has him. It has all of Water 2.0, so Hinata, Shion, Shuna. It has Wind 2.0, Dino, Trainee, Diablo. It has Light 2.0, Daggerel, Rimuru, Shion. And then it has Space 1.0, Carrion, Master Hero, Milim. And then it has Diablo 2.0, Dark Diablo 2, which came during the 6-month anniversary. And then it has the protectors for those. This is a very stacked banner. They baited it heavily because they put a lot of good metas in here. Still, I do not think this is a good idea to summon because we know that next week we're going to get a banner that's going to have probably this roughly same lineup of units, but every 3 multis you get a guaranteed 5-star ticket, which is a lot better than no guaranteed 5 stars until you get to pity, right? If you go to 200 pity for that other banner, you can get 7 guaranteed 5 stars or something, which, maybe you don't pull any 5 stars on your way to 200 pity. At least you'll have 7 guaranteed. You could go 200 pity on this banner and not pull any 5 stars if you get really, really, really unlucky. So the only offset is that next week's banner probably won't be a 5% rate up like this banner is, so the odds of you pulling 5 stars will be lower. But again, guaranteed 5 stars, much more powerful than maybe getting a rate up. Maybe. And they should, based on the images in the live stream, which I probably have showing this entire time I've been talking about it, should have the same selection of characters or very close. Maybe they won't have Water 2.0, maybe they will, I don't know. I have to look at the image again, so I could be speaking out my ass right now. But if you have the new Dark meta, this Diablo is unnecessary. If you need an orange orb changer, use the free-to-play Aaron. Use Space Ranga. Use Water Soe. Free units or units that are on the general banner. Do not feel like you need an orange orb changer in this Diablo to complete the team, because you don't. If you have Rimuru, if you have Milim, if you have Shinsha, you have Isis because she's free, then go pick up Dark Valentine, and you will complete the team, and you'll be using the team that I am using right now to stomp Tempered Edge. That's what you need to do. So, don't summon for this Diablo. If you need to summon on something, wait till next week, next Thursday. And if you don't need to summon on that, then hold your crystals and wait 2 weeks, and then we'll get the movie celebration / fire meta with most likely Toa and Benimaru's brother Hero. And they should be very good because the fire meta desperately needs good things to happen to it. So, let me know what you think of this new Diablo, and let me know why you're so very disappointed. I will hear no arguments about his usefulness. I did pull him. I had to go to fucking pity for it. And I pulled a whole bunch of shit along the way. A lot of it I didn't need, which makes me kind of sad. But it makes me more sad that I had to go pity for a useless unit. So, I will do a showcase. I will attempt to make him look good. No promises. Alright, sorry. I knew I was forgetting something for this video. It wasn't just going to be a Shiji summon, but there are a few other things I want to cover that is in the news and Twitter. So here, we have a statement from the developer saying that they are aware that the double bond XP and the anniversary medals that you should be able to get from characters right now is not working. So they are confirming the following issues. They are working on a fix. So right now, you are not getting double bond XP from the people like you should. As far as compensation is concerned, they'll probably give out 10 potions or something, and maybe a few of the medals that you missed out on. Don't expect crystals. This is not worthy of crystals, so just put that out there. But also, there's some news in the game. So we're getting a Jubilee Catalyst boss battle preview, which I thought is interesting because it's a week away, right? It's going to start next week on the 18th, technically the 17th for me. But they're telling us that we're going to have both regular boss battles and turn limit boss battles. So I'm going to go back into my stuff during the half anniversary and have an example for you. But during the 6-month anniversary, because they released both space and dark units, they set up the boss fights so that the 4 levels of the fights were alternative. So you're supposed to use the space team, the dark team, the space team, the dark team, or however it looks like. It should be up on the screen now. But they split it out so you could use, both teams if you summon for all the characters. This will probably be the same thing. So, because Diablo is AoE, and Rimuru is AoE, and they're all dark, this is going to be a dark battle, so it's going to be against a light boss, but obviously you're going to be able to, super nuke with Milim, or during the turn limit, you're going to super nuke with Rimuru and Diablo, who has that extra 25% attack buff. So that's where he's probably going to come in. But it'll probably be like Boss Battle 1 is going to be like the 7 turn limit fight. Boss Battle 2 is going to be like a normal fight against someone you're going to nuke with Milim. Boss Battle 3 is going to be some more turn limit fight, maybe 10, maybe something, I don't know. And then the final boss battle, like EX boss, is going to be like the normal kind of nuking scenario with Milim. So they're going to split it up like that. I don't know why they decided to do this instead of do like the single target for Jubilee Blitz that we didn't end up getting, and then make Jubilee Catalyst just turn limit instead of trying to smash them all into one. I don't know why they're doing that, but that's what they're doing. So expect that next week. I did record a Jubilee kind of explanation video that I'll put up sometime this next week, so newer players are aware of what they're going to get themselves into. Maybe I'll re-record it because of this information right here. But I think I cover both sides of it. So that's it. So that is the small extra news portion that I wanted to put into this video. Again, if you've made it this far, don't summon for Diablo. Wait for the next week banner, or wait until the fire meta. But now, take it easy, guys, and I'll see you later.